Oh man, everybody. I found myself caving sometimes. I'm just kind of down here digging through some stuff. I'm not very far from anything really. I think just right over there somewhere is our tunnel that goes back up to the house, and I just kind of discovered, a bunch more of this underground cave that's right underneath our house, and this mine shaft is friggin' huge. But welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Lone Wolf Survival Series. Coming at you. I don't know where I was going with this, but I want to start off the episode real quick. Just not in lore mode, so if we can break lore for just a second. I picked this area, right, when we crash landed, when we escaped the ship, and we crash landed here. I scouted for this area because of the valley that's right over there. I think the house should be right up above us, right over here. But I picked this area because of the valley, not because of like, oh, I know there's X amount of mob spawners, or there's this particular resource or thing or structure that's near me. Actually, if I'm being honest, the area, the surrounding like terrain and stuff like that is really not that great. All the biomes, it's not that great. But I picked this area because of the donut shaped, valley type thing that we got going on. I really wanted something like that and stay inside the same world that we've been playing in for the past 2 years. But the amount of mob spawners that I have found within this area has been just stupid. Really, I don't get it. There's a double one right next to us. There was one that we found somewhere else. There's another one actually over there that we found somewhere else. Is it over there? It might be over there. Then there's that one right there. So it's kind of it's a bit wild, really. Somewhere right over here is where I found some torches where we had already explored. I just gotta find it, but I don't remember where it's at. I think it's off back over there somewhere. It might be right here. I don't know. Either way, yeah, that was the whole reason of why I picked this area, was because of the terrain right here. Not the surrounding biomes, but the terrain itself just in this location. But right now at the moment, oh wow, I almost fell down here, but I'm glad I did. But right now at the moment, I got some glass melting up, and I'm figuring, while we wait, I might as well just come down here, do a little bit more mining, see if we can find a bit more diamonds, because as you can tell, my Fortune 3 pickaxe is it's almost down for the count, man. It's pretty much at its end point, and I don't really have any more diamonds to fix it. So yeah, that's kind of where it's kind of where we're at with that whole situation. I'm just kind of hoping I can find, like a decent patch somewhere where I can just make like a pickaxe real quick and be able to repair it. But god dang it, that always trips me out. I swear, every time I see one of these, I'm like, oh, it's diamonds. Oh, nope. It's not really diamonds. That was a weird underground passage that we just went through right there. Well, I did get an okay silk touch pickaxe, so I'm pretty happy with that. Can I navigate? This is actually really weird. I don't think I've ever seen a mesa biome right next to a jungle forest. It's actually pretty weird to me. But I'm here to pick up some clay, and I'm debating in my head, what color do I want? Part of me really wants red. The other half of me really wants that cyan color, but the problem is, in order to get cyan colored terracotta, or hardened clay, whatever the word you want to call this block now, I gotta have a cactus farm, which is really annoying because, one, I don't know where any cactus is. Two, I don't think I'm actually anywhere near a desert. Well, you know what? If I'm right here next to a mesa biome, wouldn't there, in theory, be a huge, like, wouldn't there be a desert right next to us? Although, doesn't cactus grow in red sand too? Like, can't you find cactus in this biome somewhere? Like, down here on the sand? I might be mistaken. Like, somewhere down there, right? So the current dilemma right here at the moment is, well, actually, let's start with this. One, I gotta fix that, I guess. I've got this room right here all situated the way I want it. So this room is pretty good. This one over here, I don't know what to do with. at this point in time. And then I don't know really how to do this room is another kind of concern that I'm having. I get, how in the world does that work? I guess one thing we could do is we also could use terracotta in here, but I'm just... Is this hardened clay or terracotta? Yeah, terracotta. I'm just not 100% sold on the idea of using just straight terracotta in here. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, we could use red in here. Maybe we can go with like that cyan color. But then I gotta get a whole freaking cactus farm. So I'm not oh, dude. Oh, I'm really stuck on what to do in here. Well, I came all the way out here to the whatcha-thing biome, and I figured, you know what, we might as well just go ahead and grab ourselves some cactus, because I feel like that's going to be one of those building blocks that's going to inevitably come up at some point in time. But we also found a desert that's right over there, so that's going to be really cool. A little bit of renditions have been made down here, mainly because I forgot that I was going to do a spider farm. I was going to allow well, not do a spider farm, but I was going to, in the middle of the creeper farm, we was going to go ahead and have spiders come through. And I forgot that you can't just drop them down a 1x1 hole, you know, just like a one wide hole. So I had to make a little bit of tweaks, nothing too ridiculous, I don't think. And I'm also getting slime balls, or slime spawning in here, so you know what? It's not honestly a bad trade-off. So we'll have skeletons, we'll have zombies, we'll have creepers and spiders as a byproduct of the creeper farm. And I guess because right up above us somewhere or in this vicinity, it's a slime chunk. So yeah, it all works out pretty well in the end. Okay, so I think more particular, this is the slime chunk, but it turns out in the middle of some testing I was trying to do. Really? This trick right here still works. This spawning mechanism with the scaffolding still works. So we're going to use this design again because it worked phenomenally on the previous place. So we're just going to do that again. But one thing I do got to make sure that I do is because you could hear them, make sure all the caves are lit up, and there's a lot of resources that I'm leaving behind right through here. Alright, and I just fell into that hole. Oh, just over this block right here. I see you, dude. Not today. Not today. So this thing is actually working beautiful. However, I never think these things out. It's working great. But what if I want to sit here and AFK and get XP along with, you know, the other bits? That's one issue. I have actually came up with a redstone device in my test world to basically move these 6 blocks over and then move them back whenever I'm done. So I think we're saved. I think we might be all right. I don't know. But we are about to find out. So I had this whole idea, and I mean the farm works. It's just I was like, oh, you know, I'm still getting like a bunch of other mobs spawning in it. Maybe I'm misunderstanding how this farm works. I thought for some reason they spawn on top of I thought they spawned on top of the scaffolding block, but instead they actually spawn in the scaffolding block, which means this does absolutely nothing. But when I try to you know, make this work, the water doesn't flow. And let me show you. Now if I take my water bucket and I place it right there, see, it doesn't go anywhere. And that's a huge hassle. That pretty much ruins the whole farm right there. And I've tried doing multiple different things. I've tried breaking this and then placing this back, but this is just simply not going to work like this. And it comes down to where I'm going to have to rip this whole thing out and probably build the farm I was going to initially build in the first place, which is kind of like the tower thing with the you know, the really old school one. It's kind of not old school, but I guess it's kind of old school now. Come and think about it. But basically, can I just please get on top of this? Where basically it's a diamond platform, and there's a dispenser in the middle, and so on and so forth. That's probably going to be the only way I'm going to get this farm to work. Sucks to say that, but I guess that's just how that's going to work. Okay, so we have a rudimentary floor shifter design thingy right here. It's pretty simple. I mean, there's nothing really to it, honestly. It's just this right here, and it's repeated on both sides. So there's another one right over here. But basically, all that happens is these blocks get shifted over, and boop, that's gonna come back just like that. And then whenever we want to switch back to this floor, which is like the auto killing, we just click it and it does the same thing, and it shifts the floor back. But of course we have this on both sides, so that's kind of it's switching the floors itself. Like, how am I going to actually shift the floors is what I'm trying to come up with my mind right now. Maybe a falling edge on one, and so I don't know. I'm maybe a simple T flip-flop would work, right? But honestly, I just need a pulse. Just click, 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 pulse, and then it lets go, because I still need this to come back. But okay. Well, you know what? I went for something just a little bit more standard. You know, it doesn't matter if it's if I click the wrong button or not, which I think, yeah, that does that one. And then if I click it again, honestly, it does nothing. But if I click this one, this will actually send it back. So yeah, that's pretty simple right there. And then for collection, I can have a water come from that corner, can push it all the way over here to this side, and then go into, you know, some other different types of means of delivering system and whatnot. Which I still have that bucket right here. If I just do that, all the drops will come out. Let's do a little something like that. There we go. Yeah, and then we can have just like a little hopper just sitting right there, and we'll be good to go. Or we can just do a little something like that. This is very all simple and yeah, very simplistic. And you know what? I can dig it. I can dig it. You know, that works out pretty well for me. But you know what, everyone? That's probably going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a shorter one, I think. But if you did, please click that like button. If you want to keep me motivated to make more of these, please click the subscribe. But that's all I have time for you guys. And I will see you in the next episode.